Pathata Samskrutam. Pathata. See, in the book, in the exercises, you read that, right? Pathata, Likhata. Pathata means study, learn, to chant. It has multiple meanings. Pathata Samskrutam. It is in Bahuvachanam. Who? All of you, everybody. So, saying Pathata Samskrutam, study Samskritam. Pathata Samskrutam, Vadata Samskrutam. Is it enough just to study Samskritam? Vadata Samskritam. Speak Samskritam. Lasatu Samskritam. Let Samskritam shine. Chiram Gruhe Gruhe Cha Punarapi. Gruhe Gruhe. Every house, every household. Punarapi. Once again, let the Girvana Bhasha, Sanskritam, shine. Let it be spoken. Speak Sanskritam. Let it again get its glory back. It gets its glory back when it is used, when it is studied, when people speak it everywhere. Right? Sanskritam is always glorious. We don't need to add any glory to it. But we, those who speak Sanskritam, who study Sanskritam, we shine. Through us shines the language, Sanskritam. Why? Why should we study Sanskritam? Why should we speak Sanskritam? It is there in the next stanzas. But we already know, right? So, multiple reasons. All the Vedic wisdom, the Sanatana Dharma. How do we understand Sanatana Dharma? How do we understand the Vedic wisdom? Through Upanishads, through Bhagavad Gita, through Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, Stotras, Suktas. Everything is in Sanskritam, right? So, to understand that, if you don't understand what is Sanatana Dharma, you cannot implement it, you cannot follow it. But to understand, you need to understand Sanskrit. You need to know Sanskritam. Otherwise, you cannot. Jnana Vaibhavam Veda Vangmayam Veda Vangmayam Veda Vangmayam. What is in the Vedas? Vedas has two parts, Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda is what we see in rituals, in the temples, when we do puja, right? We chant suktas. This is samhita, the shlokas, the Veda suktas, Purusha suktam, Medha suktam. They're all part of Vedas. Veda samhita, karma kanda iti vadama. Then the later portion, Vedanta. So in all these Vedas, towards the end is the section called Upanishadaha, Upanishad. That is a huge collection of wisdom, which shares truth which was true thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, yesterday, true today. It will be true forever. Truth. It doesn't depend on the country or the language or the people. So that is what is shared through Upanishads. Veda Vangmayam. So all this is in Vedas. So our Sanatana Dharma, the foundation is Vedas. So that Veda Vangmayam, Jnana Vaibhavam, that is the glory of truth, knowledge. Lasati, lasati yatra bhava bhayapahari munibhirarjitam. Munibhihi arjitam. Munibhihi arjitam. How this wisdom was acquired by the ancient Indians. Rishis, they're called rishis. Munibhihi, Munayaha, Munihi, Rishihi. They are not the kind of munis, rishis that we see in the pictures, or the moment you picture a muni or rishi, you see an old man with a beard, right, and doing tapa in Himalayas with legs down, up and down, in all different difficult postures. That is the picture we see, right, in pictures or movies like that. That is only partially true, but actually a muni, a rishi, if you see any Veda Sukta, Purusha Sukta, Mari Suktas, in the beginning you will see name of the rishi. Rishihi, Narayanaha, Drashta. Rishi is one who has seen, Drashtaraha. Seen what? Truth. Right? Truth, Jnanam, it all is the same. Satchidananda, Sat Chit Ananda Rupam. They saw that, so they shared. They shared through Vedas. No, the Veda Suktas, Vedas are not written. They are not written books. We call them Apaurusheyaha. Paurusheyaha means one which is made by men. Men meaning men generally meaning men and women, people. Apaurusheyaha, one that is not a creation of man, meaning one is not the creation of the human mind. It is truth, seen as seen. But who can see it? Who have no limitations. Rishis are those who do not have any preconceived notions or limitation, bias, or they are the true scientists. So through them, through the Munibihi, through the rishis, what kind of thing was earned by them, or seen by them and shared with us? Jnana Vaibhavam, Veda Vangmayam. What kind of Veda Vangmayam is that? Jnana Vaibhavam, Bhava Bhayapahari. Bhava Bhaya Apahari. Right? So for humanity, human beings, whether it was 10,000 years back, 5,000 years back, yesterday, today, or in future, whether it is in India, Australia, America, everywhere, humanity is always faced with all kinds of challenges. Sometimes happiness, sometimes sorrow, misery, wars, violence. It's going on today more than ever. So this samsara, this jagat, is full of trouble, happiness, unhappiness. You think you're happy, and the next moment something will make you unhappy. You think you're unhappy, and again there's something to make you. What is all this? So to be free from this, to actually see the truth and free from this cycle of that happiness, unhappiness, this misery, sorrow, removes that. Bhava Bhaya Apahari, which removes. What can remove this? Jnana Vaibhavam, Veda Vangmayam, the true wisdom, true knowledge. Only that can free humanity from this misery, sorrow. That is the purpose of whether it is Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, right? Even Puranas, that is the goal, but Puranas through stories and something which is easy for people to understand, popular. Astu. Jnana Vaibhavam, Vedavangmayam lasati yatra bhava bhayapahari munibhirarjitam kirtirarjita yasya pranayanat vyasa bhasa kalidasa bana mukhya kavibhihi. Bana bhasa kalidasa mukhya kavibhihi. These are all great poets of Sanskritam, right? Kalidasa, Raghuvamsham, Abhijnana Shakuntalam, Mahakavyas. Vyasa is the one who has, rearranged Vedas, right? And Vyasa is we attribute Vyasa, everything, many of these things to Vyasa. Mahabharatam, like that. Bhasa, Bana, these are all, greatest poets of Sanskritam. That though Valmiki is not said here, Valmiki is included. Valmiki is the Adikavi. Ramayanam is Adikavyam. Kirtirarjita, Kirtihi Arjita. Those poets have become famous. Why? Yasya Pranayanat, Pranayanat. Those people have brought the language, have brought out the beauty of the language through the literature, through their works. So they became famous too. Kirtirarjita. Kirtirarjita yasya pranayanat vyasa bhasa kalidasa bana mukhya kavibhihi. Mukhya kavibhihi. Patata samskrutam, vadata samskrutam. Now we'll go to the next stage. Sthanamurjitam yasya manvate vagvichintaka hi vakshu yasya vikshya madhuratam. Madhuratam, the sweetness of the language, sweetness of Sanskritam. Yasya madhuratam, whose sweetness vikshya was seen by whom? Vagvichintakaha. Vagvichintakaha. The greatest thinkers of the language, linguists, language experts. They have seen the beauty of Sanskritam, and that's why it has acquired, very highest status. Sthanam urjitam, the great, very strong and great position among languages. And this is the linguists, experts of languages. They think so. Manvate, they believe so. They think so. So, sthanamurjitam yasya manvate vagvichintaka hi vakshu yasya vikshya madhuratam. So it is not an opinion of a few people. The language is hailed as the greatest, the best language ever, and it is true. Sanskritam is the most comprehensive and very logically, naturally developed, blossomed language. It is not as if people have tried to make it or anything. And because the Vedic times, the thinking of the people, the wisdom of the people was without any limitation. So the language has to develop to meet that requirement. Everything, right? So language always develops to the needs of the society. And the Sanskritam language developed to the needs of the society at that time. Though what were the needs of the society? They were not after material things to acquire, to make more money, to accumulate more wealth. No, they were really greatest people, the greatest minds who wanted to see the truth, right? So that time, to meet those needs, the language developed. So through this language, you can express anything. And in fact, that is the problem, because in Sanskritam, all these Upanishads, whatever is expressed, very difficult to express that in other languages. Because, for example, English, right? English is a beautiful language, it's a great language, but it has its own background, right? How it developed. So many of the concepts, many of the things, in a very high level, deep, cannot be expressed in English. They don't have words, right? For example, I use the words Akashaha Sarvatra Asti. We said that when we say Sarvatra. What is Akasha? Loosely speaking, it's a sky. Akashaha doesn't mean sky. Akashaha, the closest word is space. Space is everywhere. If there is no space, there is no material, there is no world. Whether it is the smallest particle to the biggest star, space is needed. So Akashaha means space, right? So like that, even the space is like, almost there, but not. Atman. What is Atman? What is Paramatman? The loose translation is God, right? So we have certain opinions about what is God. So that is not the exact. So Atman is not soul. Atman is Paramatman. And Dharma, what is Dharma? English word will say duty. No, Dharma is much more than the English word duty. Okay, so this great language has developed to meet all those needs, to understand what is Dharma. Right? Because that Dharma concept itself is difficult if you try to translate into English. So through Sanskrit. Okay. So because of that, and because of the sweetness of the language, Vagvichintakaha, the linguists, regard this as the best language ever. Yadvina jana naiva janate Bharatiya Samskrutim Sanatanabhidamvaram. Yadvina, without which, Janaha naiva janate, people would not know. Without Sanskritam, what people would not know? Bharatiya Samskruti. What is the culture of India? True culture of India. Sanatana Dharmaha. Sanatanabhidam Varam. Abhida means name, called. What is it called? Sanatana Dharmaha. Sanatana Abhidam Varam. What kind of culture? Sanatana Samskriti, Sanatana Dharmaha, Varam, greatest, most sought after. That Samskriti we cannot know without Sanskritam. What is Sanatana? Sanatana means Sada Tana, always eternally new, eternally refreshing. Right? So some people have this misunderstanding. Oh, Sanskritam is an old language, and this is all old culture. No, Vedic culture, Sanatana Dharma, is ever new. In fact, that is more relevant today than ever. Why? Time has passed, thousands of years have passed, but has the truth changed? Has the challenges the humanity faces, has they changed? We have the same challenges today as humanity, even more than what we had 10,000 years back. Kamaha, Krodhaha, right? We have the same challenges. Misery, sorrow, sukham, dukkham. All these are still there. So to address them, that Samskriti, Sanatana Dharma is that. People will ask, what is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana Dharma is, to put it very simple words, Sanatana Dharma is that which is eternal, by following which, by doing that, this sorrow, misery, this sukha dukkha cycle can be dealt with. And will be free from the conflicts, issues. That is that dharma. And in the world, in nature, if you see, excepting human beings, everything else naturally follows Sanatana Dharma. So what is Sanatana Dharma? You can even look at this thing. A tree, a star, a sun, the planet Earth. They are following the Dharma. They are doing their Dharma. If the Earth doesn't rotate the way it is rotating at a certain angle, and if the sun doesn't give us light and heat, there won't be life. The universe is functioning, right? Dharma dhriyate, anena dhriyate iti dharma. So this Sanatana Dharma is that which is really holding the universe together, right? Which is so Sanatana Dharma is that by following which everyone will be doing their part. So as a humanity will be at ease, at comfort, peaceful, content, ananda. That is what is the result of Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana. So that cannot be old or new. It is eternal, forever. That kind of Samskriti culture is Bharatiya Samskriti, Sanatana Dharma. Yadvina jana naiva janate Bharatiya Samskritim Sanatanabhidamvaram. Jayatu Samskritam Samskritistatha Samskritasya Samskritescha Pranayanacha Manukulam. Manukulam, humanity, right? So Manukulam is not some caste or some thing. Manukulam is the humanity, entire humanity. See, that is another thing. Sanatana Dharma has to be followed by whom? Is it some special, a religious thing which applies to Indians or a certain section of the humanity? No. The things which are addressed, like I explained before, by Sanatana Dharma, it's the humanity, global. Like so, Gita, Bhagavad Gita Sandesha. So we have Bhagavad Gita Jayanti on Wednesday. Right? So Bhagavad Gita, message of Bhagavad Gita is global, universal. That's why Krishna Jagat Guruhu. Vande Jagat Gurum. Why Krishna is Jagat Guru? Because the message, the teachings through Gita, what Bhagavan Krishna gives, they apply to the entire humanity. Bhagavad Gita is not a religious textbook. It is not just for so-called Hindus. So it is universal, Manukulam, the entire humanity. Samskrutasya Samskrutescha Pranayanat Manukulam. So the humanity, Pranayanat, Nayanam, Pranayanam. So to bring it, what is brought? Samskritihi. Right? So by bringing this Sanatana Dharma, this Bharatiya Samskriti to the humanity, let this humanity succeed, right? So Jayatu Samskritam, let Samskritam be again, glorious, right? There is nothing to Jayatu. It doesn't mean it is winning. There are no winners or losers. Everybody wins, right? Jayatu Samskritam Samskritistatha Samskritasya Samskritescha Pranayanacha Manukulam. So Samskritam, Samskritihi, both are linked. Jayatu Samskritam, Samskritihi. Let the Bharatiya Samskriti, again, it is not about Bharatiya Samskriti, is not let India succeed, let there be glory to India or Indian culture. No, that is not the intention. Let it be glorious. What? Sanatana Dharma, Samskritihi. Because Manukulam, by bringing that, it helps the entire humanity. Jayatu Samskritam, Jayatu Manukulam. Glory to Samskritam, glory to humanity. Jayatu Jayatu Samskritam, Jayatu Jayatu Manukulam. See this? Jayatu Jayatu Samskritam. Let the Girvada Bhasha be glorious. let it shine. Jayatu Jayatu Manukulam. By that, by the Sanatana Dharma, let the entire humanity be glorious. Right? So that's why in all our Shanti mantras, we say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let there be eternal peace and ananda, bliss everywhere to all the humanity. Bhavatu.